Rangers comics, Lord Zed once used the leftover energy from the Dino coins and created Dark Rangers based on the powers and that Jason took the morpher from him. It's a bit of a stretch, especially since the canonicity of comic books and the like is questionable, but hey, take what you can get. And okay, yeah, I guess you're wondering about Bulk and Skull, too. Well, the theory postulated there is that the wormhole that the Galaxy Rangers supposedly used back in Trakeena's Revenge to bring them to Earth could have allowed Bulk to return to Earth, too. Again, I don't really think it matters other than the two are working at a resort. Again, kind of like a juice bar from their youth. As for TJ and the turbo powers, recall that Stormblaster had a spare morpher for Justin, so it's entirely possible that Lightning Cruiser also had a spare turbo morpher for TJ. We never saw the Zeo powers being lost on screen, so it's most likely that Tommy still had them after he retired from active duty. Now, people have asked why he doesn't use them at other points we'll get to, same as with Adam back in Always a Chance. But my theory is a philosophical one. The Rangers are supposed to be a team, and there's just something wrong from a Ranger philosophical position of using them as a solo hero. I know it's stupid, but I'm going to go with that since we don't have any other real answers. There's also an Alpha robot on the megaship who we see and hear briefly, though he was supposed to have a few more lines in the original script. He's identified as Alpha 7, but since he has the original voice and since we never learned the fate of the original Alpha 5, I'm just going to say it's Alpha 5 and go with that. As you'll recall from the Lightspeed Rescue review, Danny Slavin had a falling out with the production team, so when he was asked to come back, he was on the fence about it. When he did finally decide to return, most of the filming had already been completed. As such, he was digitally inserted into several shots, and in one group shot where he's supposed to be unmorphed, you can clearly see the suited version. There were 3 other former cast members who were in the episode as voices for the Beetleborgs: Walter Jones, who played Zach, Catherine Sutherland, who played Kat, and Archie Cow, who played Kai. Sure, most of it was just 1 or 2 lines and some grunting, but it's still cool that they did that. Another trivia note, the chess set that Bulk and Skull are playing with is the one used from In Space during the Psycho Ranger saga. Forever Red dug deep into Power Rangers lore, bringing up everything they could to make the episode a great little nostalgia trip and overall a damn enjoyable experience. It's one of the few episodes I'll happily rewatch anytime. It's the kind of thing Power Rangers fans have been wanting for years, a team-up of all the old Ranger teams. Sure, it didn't have everybody, and we never learned the reason why it's Red Rangers only for the mission, but 10 Rangers from the past 10 seasons was an awesome sight to behold and making for one of the best episodes of the show. However, it almost wasn't made. Disney was pretty hands-off on the production of Wild Force, but what got their attention was that the Wild Force production team was planning on doing another 2-parter in the same block of episodes that they had done Reinforcements from the Future. They asked about it, and the producer, Jonathan Zacher, explained about the 10th anniversary and their hopes to release it either as a video special or as an hour-long special that could be broken up into 2 parts for syndication. Disney responded very simply: "Why are you advertising old toys that aren't made anymore?" In return, Zacher explained the team-up tradition. However, Disney was upset because they had already done a team-up episode, one very expensive and lacking Sentai footage. They managed to negotiate it down to 1 episode, but the production team overshot the episode in the hopes that in post-production, Disney would relent and let them just do a 2-parter. Disney held firm, however, so a lot of footage got cut, mostly just extensions on scenes already there, which you can find on YouTube if you're curious, though it's pretty much unedited footage with multiple takes. To make matters worse, Disney flat out refused to hire people outside of the company for the CGI of the episode, which sadly also meant that the planned battle at the end with Serpentera, which was supposed to include a whole bunch of old Megazords fighting Serpentera, had to be scrapped. Furthermore, the first rough cut for Serpentera was hideous, barely looking like him, and colored purple of all things. With all the budget reductions on it, they ran out of money to finish the episode. As such, the production team went to Bandai for the money needed to finish it. Bandai agreed to finance the remainder, but only if they promoted a new toy in the episode, the Wild Force Rider. And that is why we have the ridiculously dumb sequence of the Wild Force Rider destroying Serpentera, who once vaporized a planet. There's some explanation they've given about how, it was a gift from Animus, who was like a god, therefore it was a godly weapon. No, it's a motorcycle, and it just looks silly. Anyway, the main story continues in The Master's Herald. Mandalok is severely pissed that the Rangers have retrieved their wild swords and sends Jindrax and Toxica away. A new Duke Org, Onakage, appears and swears his fealty to Mandalok, but then goes to Jindrax and Toxica and tells them that they can be redeemed in Mandalok's eyes if they kidnap Princess Shayla. I love this guy right away, and it's all in the voice, very subdued and controlled. It kind of reminds me of General Havoc.
That's all right, I can do it by myself. I was just trying to do you a favor.
They sneak onto the animarium, Toxica even ditching her veil. However, she also tries to touch the fountain and gets zapped for her trouble.
These are the famous Power Rangers. Interesting outfits.
They retreat, but Mandalok is pissed that they ruined Onakage's plan. However, Onakage says Toxica may still be of use to them. While the Rangers are distracted by a battle with the Orcs, Toxica sneaks onto the animarium disguised as Merrick. She lures Shayla out and is about to take her when...
Get away from me! Make me! Don't underestimate me. I'm not just a princess. I'm a guardian of the earth.
If that's true, how come up until this point you've been nothing but a major load? Easily kidnapped at least 3 times now. Seriously, she's pulling off flips and kicks. This is completely out of left field. They fight some more and Toxica is thrown into the water. However, it's revealed that she cut off her horn at Onikage's suggestion, since it apparently would allow her to survive the water. Onakage says that it'll grow back, but Shayla says that the others are just using her for their own goals. Toxica returns with the princess, but she collapses. Onakage saying he has no idea what she's talking about when she says the horn will grow back. The Rangers arrive to save Shayla, but Mandalok uses her as a shield from the Rangers' weapons. She's vaporized, much to Jindrax's horror. Onakage makes himself grow as Mandalok orders Jindrax to take Shayla back to their lair. However, the giant Onakage turns out to be an illusion, Merrick shooting the real one. Onakage retreats and the Rangers are left to ponder the loss of the princess. Jindrax is wrought with grief, not sure who he can trust anymore if his own kind would destroy them. Onakage says that if they want the princess, to meet them at the exact same deserty hill area that's in every episode. He then suggests to Mandalok that he can hold his master's weapon so he doesn't grow tired. Plot point. Onakage unleashes shadow forms of the Rangers to fight them, and Mandalok congratulates him on a trap well sprung.
I am but a humble ninja, serving his one true master.
What are you looking at? Master Org? Naturally, Onakage reveals that he actually works for Master Org and gives Mandalok's weapon to him. Mandalok tries to charge Master Org and gets blown up for his trouble. When Onakage is about to kill Jindrax, he teleports away with Shayla. The two talk, Shayla telling Jindrax about how she's sorry about Toxica. Onakage catches up with Jindrax, Shayla pushing Onakage out of the way before he can deliver a killing blow to the Duke Org. He takes Shayla back to Master Org, Jindrax following them. Jindrax declares his hatred for Master Org, since he does nothing but destroy everything around him, even those who are most loyal to him. The Rangers manage to destroy Onakage while Master Org takes Shayla away. Jindrax gets contacted by Toxica from the spirit world and is told how to bring her back to life. While he finishes the plan and restores her to life, Master Org begins a dark ceremony in the Nexus. Toxica tells Jindrax that while in the spirit world that she had a lot of time to think and that they need to start looking after themselves. It also turns out that Shayla's necklace is a source of unimaginable power, and Master Org takes it to continue his plans. Shayla tries to convince Master Org to give up his evil ways.
There's always a chance for forgiveness. Cole forgave you for what you did to his parents.
When did he do that? Using the power of the necklace, Master Org resurrects his General Orgs to defend the Nexus while he completes the ceremony. Meanwhile, Jindrax and Toxica go to the Rangers and explain how to gain access to the Nexus. While they let the Rangers do the heavy hitting and deal with the Org generals, the two Duke Orgs head into the Nexus to rescue Princess Shayla. The Nexus starts collapsing around them, Master Org meditating as he finishes the ceremony, his body crumbling into dust. With Master Org supposedly gone, Jindrax and Toxica declare the war between orcs and humans over. The two leave the Rangers on good terms.
You know, Toxica, it felt strangely good to help somebody for a change.
Yeah? Well, don't get used to it, Jindrax.
Don't worry, short memory spans. I'll totally forget it by tomorrow.
The season comes to a close with the end of the Power Rangers. The Rangers celebrate their supposed victory.
We did it! We saved the world!